Shalom. All
right, first and foremost, before we get started, we give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kodash. I'm going to say double honor to our elders. I great apostle, great millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well. Being a great example to Israel, man, the elect. I'm going to say peace and blessings to the hope of the elect on the four corner, pushing the truth and sincerity. I write that great song. I'm the brother Nabad to my right.
I'm the brother Kodash.
All right, we just come with a quick lesson. All right, in the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Shai. And as you can see, the title, the M.O.T.B, it is. All right, the M.O.T.B is what it is, man. All right, it's the mark of the beast. We understand who is the beast. All right, known as what? Babylon the Great. And you want to break it down, NATO and EU. All right, Rome revived all over again, man. You see, and the end times prophecy as it was spoken, all right, as it was given to John the Revelator, he saw, all right, he saw those that took the implant. And he saw those that was beheaded for not taking the implant. You see, all this was a vision that was set for the appointed time, all right, that the Lord had given John the Revelator, right? That vision. All right, now is what is coming to fruition. Now you can see it, but you got a lot of scoffers and mockers, and you got a lot of gainsayers, you got a lot of different everything, when it comes down to what's really actually the M.O.T.B. You can't hide it, to my only thing is you can do is provide it, but you got to provide the what? The truth. You see, you got a lot of men dealing with these camps, IUIC, the new camp dealing with WFI, you're dealing with all these Israelite camps that's pushing the wrong information. All right, they're trying to combat the apostles and the elders and the bishops of speaking on what's actually true according to the scriptures. You see, because none makes sense. But what the apostles is saying, the M.O.T.B is, man. Nothing else makes sense. Reason why? Because 2 + 2 is 4. And we see that you can't buy and sell without what? He that had the mark. You see, they're trying to, everything is going from cash to what? Digital. I just got a paper in my door, all right, concerning my rent. No more money orders. You got to pay your rent online. You see that? You see how everything is going digital? Everything is going digital. It's going to be a cashless society. So you mean to tell me when everything goes digital, you still gonna bring a white woman up to them? You know what I'm talking about? Or here it is, I just committed a sin. Like, it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. It's an embargo or it's Christianity. All that don't make sense when you actually look at it. Only thing that makes sense is the charagma, man. That's the only thing that makes sense because we see where it's heading. But we're gonna get into it. I hope your brothers and sisters be edified. While we let it loud down, man. Get the Job 5 and
This is Job chapter 5 and verse 12. And it reads, it says he disappointed the devices of the crafty.
Right, and we understand what the device is. The device is speaking on the charagma, but the Lord gonna disappoint him. All right, as our King David prayed in prayer, cast him down, disappoint him. Deliver my soul from the wicked which thy soul. The Lord gonna disappoint this devil, man. But he being used as a tool to fulfill prophecy. All right, when it's going to my favorite grab real quick. This is Proverbs 16 and 4. This is one of my precepts too. It's Proverbs 16 and 4. And it says, the Lord Yahweh have made all things for himself. You see that? Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. You see that? So all this is leading up to the day of what? To the day of evil, known as what? Jacob trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You know, going and followed by, you know, martial law, the FEMA camps, the race wars. And then they're going to trickle down to what? The hour of temptation. Because they're going to be you know, be a transformation, so to speak. All right? How America going to be ran. You see, it's not going to run out the dollar anymore. All right? It's going to be a new currency. That new currency is going to be the charagma. Right now, they got Bitcoins. You know what I'm saying? But that Bitcoin it's gonna transfer into the charagma.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're trying to get you used to. Online this, online that. Do this online. You know, everything you gotta do is gotta be done digitally. You know, no more cash. Go to the store. We on accepting cards, no cash, no change on the card. It getting you used to it. My friend, bring the article out. It said
Put on your tablet.
Nah, that joint right there.
Okay.
What you know talking about?
All right.
Now check this out right here. Go ahead, Doc.
This is an article from foxbusiness.com. And it says central bank digital currencies are coming.
It said what?
It says central bank digital currencies.
Right, digital currency. You see that? Digital currency. Go ahead.
It says central bank digital currencies are coming, whether countries are ready or not.
We see that? So whether the countries are ready or not, this devil got his eggs in a row, all his ducks in a row. But guess what? It's on your how about Shemal Shah time.
Yep.
You see that? It's on the Lord time. All right? It's on the Lord's time that this devil ain't implemented the charagma yet. But guess what? It's her, and you can't deny it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Apostle Hart deemed this year? All right, the year that what all prophecy be fulfilled. And what's the biggest topic right now? The charagma, the M.O.T.B.
Mm-hmm.
You see, because you have sellouts, all right, going against the doctrine. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, and reading into it, it says central bank digital currencies doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, but it says but you might want to get used to saying it.
Hey, you see that? It said you might want to get used to it, used to saying it. You see that?
Yeah.
So automatically they just forcing it on you. You might well get used to it.
Yeah.
You know, like me, wait, you ain't got no choice. You know what I'm talking about? Like, how else you gonna eat? You might well get used to it. You know, you'll tell somebody that. You might well gonna get used to it because this is how it is now. That's basically what this devil is telling us, man.
Mm-hmm.
But you still got other Israelite camps fighting against the power. You know what I'm saying? Still out here lying, deceiving, not warning the people, not giving them their certain sound. Here, as a prophet, as a man of the Lord, we give them a certain sound. We give them a sound that they know. All right, when they hear this sound, you know, talking about like the trumpet, when you go into the watchman, and Apostle Bob did a good video too. All right, on them. How the hell you a watchman and you can't even warn and tell them what's ahead? You know, how can you? But you hear that you want to claim yourself to be watchman for Israel. You see?
Yep.
How you gonna be a watchman when you ain't even telling the people the whole rundown? Why you ain't giving the people the whole truth and nothing but the truth? And may have a Shemal Shah, you know, have your back, that you not be confounded. Here it is, they lying. But how can they be watching the Israel though?
Yep.
You know? Well, here it is. We are the watchmen, starting with the apostles, man, the elders and the bishops. You know, because we here it is, we watching everything. And we get in what they're warning, hey, this is what's going on. It's like we spiritual newscasters. You know, we spiritual anchormen, man. You know, because it's daily. You see? Go ahead, bro.
And it says It says, but you might want to get used to saying it. These so-called CBDCs or digital versions of dollars, the won, the euros, the yen, and any other currency are
Right.
coming. It says, say those who study them, and 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 depending on how they are designed and rolled out, their impact on the banking system could be profound.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Go ahead.
let's see. And it says 114 countries are exploring digital currencies.
Right, because China got it already. Certain countries already got the M.O.T.B rolling. It just got to come where? The Babylon the Great. And it's got to be implemented, all right, as a do or die situation. You know?
Yep.
Because he calls it all both. You see that? You get to that part?
Where
Or it was on your other one?
it's no, I don't think it went into there, but it was just going into like like how like basically
Yeah. See, read it again. It says some countries, including what? China. Read that out.
okay, come.
See, these are certain countries that are already moving in with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Go ahead.
It says 114 countries are exploring digital currencies, and their collective economies represent more than 95% of the world's GDP.
You see?
Yep.
See? Go ahead.
And it says according to the Atlantic Council Central Bank Digital Currency Tracker, some countries including China, India, Nigeria, and the Bahamas have already rolled out digital currency.
I already rolled it out. You see? But this is what we're coming to on a worldwide scale. Augmented sense. All right? The whole world. So how can they say that the M.O.T.B is sin? I don't get it. Bro. Go back to Job 5 and 11.
All right, come on.
Because I don't get it. But we understand through prophecy, the so-called white man is not going to be able to dwell in peace, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
This is Job chapter 5 and verse 11. It says to set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety.
Right, see, that's talking about the elect. You know, on that one, go ahead.
And it says in verse 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty.
Now, this was going to happen. The Lord going to disappoint the so-called white man. Because his device is the charagma, which the Lord going to allow him to do you know how I let you go on here and get your feet warm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how he going to let him do. Get his feet in the water. All right, that's it. So he going to disappoint his device, man. Because he going to have to build this devil up so proud for that, okay, like Nebuchadnezzar.
Yep.
You know, when Nebuchadnezzar reached that stage and he was so proud, what the Lord do? The Lord snatched his ass off the throne. But this time, the Lord going to snatch Esau off the throne. He'll never be put back on it. Because Nebuchadnezzar was put back on the throne. And he understood the power of Yahweh Shema. But this devil ain't going to get set back on the throne. He said he's going to disappoint his device of the craftiness. Go ahead.
It says in verse 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Right, so their hand, all right, cannot perform their enterprise. Because it's been a long time coming for this devil, man. The Edomites. All right, their agenda that they've been trying to push so long. All right, but what prophecy is being manifest? The elect is being woken. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Kwam Yasharala, man, Israel is rising out of that dead state of mind. Yep. Coming back to the realization and the knowledge and the understanding of who they are. You know, rehearsing the righteous acts. That's what we see right now. All right, let you know this prophecy is being fulfilled. Before who? Our eyes, man. Did not the Lord say that? It's Psalms 50 and 21 real quick. Did not the Lord say that this was going to happen? All right, as it spoke in Revelation 3. All right, after 3 days and a half, the Spirit shall enter to them, and they shall stand upon their feet. You got it, 50.
50 and 21.
Get that for me.
This is Psalms chapter 50 and verse 21. It says, these things has thou done, and I kept silent.
Right, the so-called white man had did a lot of things, but the Lord said what? He had kept silence. First of all, the Lord is long suffering, but he can't do nothing till that set measure be fulfilled, because his word, his name on his word, man, his word on his name. So when he have said something, meaning what? It gotta happen. Because he is a man that way he shall not lie. You see? So read that.
It says in Psalms 50 and verse 21, it says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence.
Right.
Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
And that's what you see now. We are being set before the eyes of the so-called white man. Guess what? He can't do nothing about it. Why? Because it's prophecy. He wish he could. He wish he had the power back in the 60s and the 50s and the 40s, going all the way back to slavery. He wish he still had that power. No, nigga. Butterfingers.
The Klan.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's over with. The Klan ain't even got the power they used to have. Why? Kwame Yasharala, man.
Yep.
You see? So the Lord is gonna disappoint his device, man, which is the Quran. Go ahead.
It says in Psalm 17 and 13, it says, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down.
Disappoint who? Disappoint the so-called white man. Disappoint these nations.
Yep.
The Lord gonna disappoint them because they all in cahoots to keeping us from being Israel. When you go to Psalms, the 83rd chapter, all right? Right now, they licking the wounds, man. They licking our souls, man. They want to stay on top. They want to keep us from being a nation. They want to see us as niggas and spicks and wetbacks and whores and thoughts and, you know what I'm saying, niggas and drug dealers. Because what? They keep them on a higher level. You know what I'm saying? As we continue to go off and not do what's pleasing unto the Lord, they keep them. You know what I'm talking about? They keep them in power. But no, like M.O.T.B. You know, when M.O.T.B hit that motherfucker, the Lord like, nah, this is the time. That's why I say it's high time to wake out of sleep, because the Lord has been a disappointed so-called white man.
Yeah.
That's why you see the elect, being gathered by the word. What's so coincident? When you got churches all over the world, churches all over the United States. However niggas came together, no. You know what I'm saying? No, your church over there, my church over here. But now you got Israel coming together, what? By the word, by the doctrine, man. Never seen that. That's how you know, hey, this it.
Yep.
You know, this is fulfillment of Revelation, man. 3 and 11. This is the fulfillment. You know? But go ahead.
This is back in Psalms chapter 17 and verse 13. It says, arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down.
Yeah, cast this sucker down, man. I can't wait to, Lord willing, we're part of that number to see the reward of the wicked, man. You know, that see, see a glass mingled with fire. You know, that's the reward of the wicked, man.
Yep.
You know, go ahead.
And it says, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Right, you see that, which is the sword, because really it's Yahweh Shemal Shamar, but he using this devil, all right, to push forfeit from where he can bring his judgment. Yep. The Lord so cold, ain't the Lord cold. The Lord cold, man. That's why I say it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of the living power. You know, I'm gonna get this from Corinthians. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Least Satan should get the advantage of us, but we're not ignorant to his devices. See, we're not ignorant. And the one that's saying that it's sin and, sleeping with white women and Christianity or Bargo, those that are saying that and not saying the truth, they've been bought and paid for. You know, because it don't make no sense. You know, they using the Edomite tactic. You know how Esau switch your words up. His words are smoother than butter. You know, fucking Edomite tactic they using. How the fuck you gonna say it's that when you know it ain't that? You know, when you can't even compare that together, it makes sense. But here it is, they still say it anyway. You know, but go ahead with the read 13.
Come. I'm gonna read 13 again. This is Psalms chapter 17 and verse 13.
No. I'm talking about go back to Job 5.
Okay.
And read 13.
All right. This is Job chapter 5 and verse 13. And it reads, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness,
right?
And the counsel of the froward is carried headlong.
Right. You see that? He said he take the wise as what? They own craftiness.
Yep.
That's why it spoke of when you go into Sirach, he that diggeth a pit, diggeth for himself. Because here it is, the Lord blessed him with the technology.
Yep.
But guess what? It's for his own demise, it's for his own discretion. How cold the Lord is. You know what I'm saying? He got him the spirit to create these missiles. You know what I'm saying? To create this technology. But guess what? It's for his discretion. So what he doing? He making his own grave. He digging his own grave, man. That's exactly what he doing. And like the world say, you made that bed, you gotta lay in it. And this is what this devil gonna come to. He's gonna have to lay in it. But it's all in the power of Yahweh Shema Shah, because what? The king's heart is in the hands of the Most High. And when you go to the heart, it means what? The Hebrew word la. So the ruler, through all the ancient times, you know, when you go to all these kingdoms dealing with the Syrian captivity, you deal with the Babylonian captivity, you deal with the Medes and the Persian captivity, you deal with the Greeks and the Roman captivity, even to this time here, the Most High ruled in the kingdom of men. Yep. You know what I'm saying? The Most High control their thoughts, and you know what I'm saying? Yep. Everything they have said or spoken or did, it was Yahweh Shema Shah that made them do that. Mm-hmm. So what makes the so-called white man so special today? Think he the only one gonna get away with murder? No, nigga. The Most High said you, and your time is coming. That's why they say he gonna disappoint the device of the crafty. Yep. You see?
Yep, I got this one up real quick.
Go ahead.
And then I'm grabbing it in the NLT. It says in Proverbs 26 and 27, it says, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein.
Right.
And he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him.
Woo! Beautiful. And that bag up the classic of all time, Revelation 9. The classic of all time. He that lead in captivity shall what? Shall go into captivity.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen, nigga. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, go get my job for me, Joe 34. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look. Yeah. They right here cut an Edomite to the bone gristle. You know what I'm saying? To the bone gristle right here. Check this out.
This is Job chapter 34 and verse 33.
And they cut 2/3 too.
Man.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
This is Job chapter 34 and verse 33.
Check this out.
It says, should it be according to thy mind?
Right, should it be according to your mind? But we understand what the scriptures say, right? Lean not to your own understanding. You know what I'm saying? So should it be according to your mind? Go ahead.
And it says, he will recompense it, whether thou refuse or whether thou choose.
And what do recompense mean?
Payback.
Payback. So the Lord said he gonna pay back whether thou choose or refuse. It don't even matter. It's gonna happen. Why? Because it was spoken. You see? Mm-hmm. You got it out.
And it says, and not I, therefore speak what thou knowest.
Nah, what you know, what the Lord have given you according to what the wisdom, knowledge, understanding. You see that? Mm-hmm. You gotta speak what you know. And who has it been given from? Given to from the apostles. Yep. You see? And it said, what continue what I have been taught or what I have learned. All right. What you got out?
I know. I was just looking.
All right, grab it. You going to the yeah.
This is Second Thessalonians and chapter 2, starting at verse 9. And it says even him who's coming is after the working of Satan.
Right now, this is the so-called white man. It said he who is coming is after working of Satan. Meaning he doing all the spiritual demon, like, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to word it right. Because he is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan.
Yep.
All right? So that's why I say he that is coming is after working of Satan, which is going to the so-called white man. All right? Because they is the seed of the what? They the seed of the wicked. You got it.
And it says, even him who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Yeah, because when you're going to Satan, right? Satan mean what? Adversary. Mean what? Adversity. Mean what? Against everything that's what? It's like I say, you my adversary. Mean what? You my enemy. You my eye.
Completely opposite.
And who is the physical counterpart of the Most High? Eye? Esau. Because he against the laws, statutes, commandments of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? He's against righteousness. You know, he against love. You know what I'm talking about? The so-called white man against things that are right.
He's deaf.
Because that's all he. That's why I say they'll follow him. Because that's the only thing the so-called white man promotes is death. And when you deal with the Quran, what it promotes? Death. That's all you're gonna get. You're gonna get death. Yeah. Hey, you gonna get it handed to your partner. You know? But go ahead, bro.
And it says
read that part again. 10.
You mean verse 9?
No, read 10.
Okay.
No, you go read 9 again. So like,
okay, verse 9, it says in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 9. It says, even him who's working. Let me start that over. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 9. It says, even him who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
It said with all power. With all power, right? According to Job 9:24, the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. So we understand who have all power right now. Further let you know who is it talking about. The devil have power to turn you. Matter of fact, we gotta get that one. The devil got the power to put some of you into prison.
Yep. And Revelation 3.
Yeah, I think that's 3 and what the 3 and 7, I think.
3 and 10. Nah, 2 and 10. That's 3 and
2 and 10.
Yep, 2 and 10. Yep, right here.
Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Hey, how you gonna cast us to prison if he ain't got no power? I mean, what, he got some type of authority, right? And when you go into the word devil means what? Deceiver, false accuser. And also the characteristic of the so-called white man. You Edomites. You see? Because how the red man was pitchforks in the horns and the tail gonna cast you into prison? You know, when he down there where the fire at. Christianity. I'll tell you about these Christians. Cause I know they can't answer that. So let me take you down to, to hell and can't put you in the whole system. You know what I'm saying? Hold it tight. No.
Right.
You're talking about the so-called white man. All right? Who power was given up to. And I'm gonna back you up too. Read that again. I'm gonna back you up.
This is Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Right.
That ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death.
Right, and we have to be faithful. Go ahead.
And I will give thee a crown of life.
Right, and it's going to be the elect, because only the elect is going to be able to stand in that time. All right, but going back to the point, he had power to put you into prison. And the prison also represents what? The concentration camps. Okay, why? Because of Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning light they practice it because it's in the power of their hands. You see?
Yep.
You see that? So the power lies in who? Esau, Edom. Because Esau's the end of the world and Jacob's the beginning and following. Meaning what the so-called white man is ruling right now. All right? And us is next to come. Starting with Yahweh Shai. So we understand now who got the power, the so-called white man. Right? Now go back to what's called this.
Okay.
Read it again.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, and start making verse 9. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Right.
Verse 10.
All power and signs. Right? And lying wonders. He do see signs. You see, he do give out signs. All right? And what? Lying wonders, right? Go ahead.
And it says in verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish.
Right, because here it is with that RFID chip, all right, with the charagma, right?
Yep.
He gonna be able to heal the blind, you know, heal the sick. You couldn't walk, you can walk now. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't speak, you could talk now. You know, them miracles. You know, but at the end of the day, it's gonna lead to what? To their destruction. You see? If you take that, your ass gonna die a horrible death.
And it says in verse 10 of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 10, it says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth.
Woo! And what's the love of the truth? The good news, man.
Yep.
They receive the love of the truth, the gospel, the understanding. You see? They want that smooth thing. You know, that Jake all day. I don't hear that shit, man. Fuck that shit, man. Just like a fucking woman. You know? The one want to hear the butter up. Ooh, baby, you pretty. How ugly is. You know, but that's what they want to hear. You know, but you look good, baby. Man, she ain't got shit on. You know? There you fine. You know, they want to hear the smooth thing. And this how the so-called white man have that implanted in our brain. You know, talking about to think how he think.
Yep.
You see? Which if we think like him, because the Lord said, envy not the oppressor, and choose under his ways.
Yep.
You know, but through the school system, the curriculum, you know what I'm saying, through the school system, you know, college, daycare, you know, we have what? Learned this nigga ways, man.
Yep.
That's why it's take Yahweh Shema Shah to bring you out of that mindset. You know, out of Babylon traditions. It take the Lord. You can't do this on your own, man. You know? But at the end of the day, the Lord's gonna disappoint this nigga, man. The nigga think he got it all figured out, but the nigga back there shaking like a hoe. You know what I'm saying? It said how the mighty, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Hey, he back there like, I want to do it, but I know if I do it, it's over with. You know?
Yeah.
He know that. But go ahead and grab the last look couple precepts out. Grab that Revelation first, and then we're gonna take it to the longest.
Okay. Yeah, cause we just got done with that.
What?
But we didn't finish it.
Okay, yeah, just go on to the Revelation.
All right.
On that. All right. Nah, we ain't get Psalms 2.
Okay, let's grab it. This is Psalms chapter 2 and starting at verse 1. It says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
It said, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? And that's one of the vain things that they imagine, the NWO, dealing with the charagma. You know, they imagine a vain thing because what vain go through what? To naught. None of void. You know, meaning what? The so-called white man not going to prosper. He's not going to be able to set his new world order up and then live lavish in it.
Yep.
You know, what's going to happen to him as in Scarface, as I got to picture of Scarface, right?
Right.
When Scarface thought he had the whole world, right? What ended up happening? He ended up getting killed. When he sat back and act like it was nothing that nobody could do to him, he got prideful. All right, the Lord allowed somebody to come and take him out of there.
Yeah.
This is the same thing gonna happen to the so-called white man. And get that Job 20.
You like Belshazzar?
Yeah, same thing. Get that Job 20, I think 25.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, in the fullness of it.
Yeah. Damn right. Yeah, grab that.
I was looking clothes and it was
Like it.
Yeah. This is Job chapter 20 and starting verse 22.
Right.
And it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Right. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits and we're in a difficult place. Now he gonna be like I'm between a rock and a hard place.
What Craig do off of the Friday?
You know,
He
now no day, you know where to go. Go ahead.
And it says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Right.
And it says in verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly,
right,
Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
Right, because when you eat and you get full, you all settle. Yep. You don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You enjoy like, God, that ain't good. See, the so-called white man, he gonna be able to receive that joy or feel that joyness. Mm-hmm. That's why I say the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. Because right now he's enjoying, you know what I'm saying, his fruits of his labor right now. Yeah, he enjoying it. He got the fatness of the earth. He got the dew of heaven. You know, he got everything in his hand right now. Mm-hmm. You know, but guess what? It's short. It's but for a moment. Yep. Because we got to understand prophecy got to be fulfilled, and one of the prophecies that's gonna be fulfilled is the Lord taking the devil down, taking him out of power seat. Yep. By the way of what? World War III. You see that? You can't forget about that. You know, World War III is going to be the end of this devil system. Yeah. And it's going to be a new system set up. It's going to be a new heaven. It's going to be a new earth that dwell in righteousness. And it's going to be led by who? Our big brother, our Lord and Savior. All right? Yahweh Shai, who the word ignorant called Jesus Christ. He's going to be the one that come and put it down. Like Yahweh said, I'm going to set up one that's profitable. Yep. You see? Because all power was given unto Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Mm-hmm. Nigga.
He going to run it right.
Yeah, man. He going to run it right. He going to run it with it. You know how you say, if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. You're going to have to run it with an iron fist. And Yahweh Shema Shai going to run it with an iron fist, man.
Well, you say, yeah, you know, we're going to lay the law down.
Hey, that's what he coming to do. Because as it is in heaven, going to be what? On earth. So he got to lay the law down. The law got to be established. Yeah. You know? Because that's how we're going to beat the other nations to submission. By what? The law. Yeah. We're going to lay it down on them. These are do's and don'ts. Did not the so-called white man do us like that? Yeah. Did he not beat our tradition out of us and instead of his tradition in us? He beat us. Kuta Kinte, prime example. You can watch Roots. Your name is not Kuta Kinte, it's Toby, boy. Yep. You know, after that generation, what happened? After that generation, through. It just kept on going to look what you have. So the Spirit had to enter to us. Yep. The Spirit had to bring us back to who we are. Yep. You know what I'm talking about? The Spirit had to do that. It wasn't of us. You know? Yeah. So guess what? The Lord is going to disappoint the device of the crafty. He going to disappoint this nigga, man. That's why I said when he about to fulfill his belly, what sort of destruction going to come upon him? Yeah. Meaning what? The Lord going to take this nigga out. All the nations going to get mad. You know, they ain't being treated right. You know, everybody trying to go to the store. The Quran don't work. Ain't going to be an overruns of the people because the shit ain't acting right. The Wi-Fi gone. You know what I'm saying? Going to be a lot of shit dealing with that technology. It's over with. I'm just speaking as a man. You know, that would, you know, to me, that was gonna make the nation mad. And we want to do, you know, it's gonna be too much. Yeah. And what? They gonna hate the hoe, and they gonna bomb that bitch. And I'm just speaking as a man. prove through the scripture. But that's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, we don't know how exactly how it's gonna happen between Esau and the other nation. You know, I'm just giving an example. It could be, dealing with the charagma. But you gotta know how.
But that's what it say. What's that in Second Ezra 15:16, where it say, for the lack of bread.
Yeah. Lack of bread, through tribulation.
Yep.
But that's what's gonna cause the uproars of the people.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Like I say, because the technology.
Yep.
See, when he started to implement it, remember, say he called it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond to receive a mark. This not just dealing with Babylon the Great, just a Noah. This going the whole world, or community sense. You see, this gonna be over the whole globe, man.
Everywhere. Hawaii, all them places.
Everywhere. You see, but a lot of nations is trying to get away from that. They're going their own currency. They got their own thing going. You see, but it's just beautiful though, man. Read a little bit. We're gonna end on that.
Come, this says in Job chapter 20 and starting back in verse 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Right.
Verse 23, it says, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
And what's the fury of the wrath of the Lord? Thermonuclear missiles along with the chariots. Yep. Do you want me to get it? Do you want me to get it?
Isaiah 34, it's come down on Idumea.
Yeah, come on now. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 34, and Isaiah chapter 34, and start at verse 1. It says, Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people.
Right.
Let the earth hear. Let all that is therein, the world and all the things that come forth of it.
Go ahead.
It says in verse 2, for the indignation of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, is upon all nations.
Right. The indignation of the Lord, man, his righteous anger is upon all nations. Why? Mm-hmm. All nations had a hand in us being in captivity. And all nations ruled over us too.
Yep.
All nations had a chance. And all nations right now licking the what? Licking the wounds. Mm-hmm. So the Lord got beef with all these nations. Go ahead.
And it says, in his fury upon all their armies, he have utterly destroyed them.
Yeah.
He have delivered them to the slaughter.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 3, it says their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses.
Yeah.
And the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
That's right.
Verse 4, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved.
Woo. And
the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
And you want to think about that mushroom cloud? Go ahead.
And all their hosts shall fall down.
Hosts mean army, so all that means gonna be through. All right, when you go to Second Ezra 13th chapter, through. You hear me?
Man.
Go ahead.
It says, as a leaf falleth from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree.
Yeah.
It says in verse 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
And we know what the Lord's sword is. We got to talking about the thermonuclear missiles. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
It says, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Exactly. And Idumea represent what? Babylon the Great, man. Mm-hmm. All right. Gonna come down upon you Edomites, the rulers of this world. Go ahead.
And it says, and upon the people of my curse,
Woo!
to judgment.
To what?
To judgment.
And the Lord loves judgment. Woo. You know, he is known by the way his judgment he executed.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 6, it says, the sword of the Lord Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness and with blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord Yahweh have a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Come on, man. That's it, though. I finished it off. That's it, though. It's over with. Yeah. That's why he said he gonna disappoint the device of the craftsman. Yep. Because this is what he gotta receive. If Esau don't receive this, we won't get the kingdom of heaven. This gotta happen.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's gotta happen.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says in Job, back in Job chapter 20 and verse 23, it says, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and he shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Verse 24, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through.
Strike him through. You see that? So whether he choose or refuse, nigga, it's gonna happen. Yep. And we'll do a continuation on this as we speaking on this. We'll just probably tomorrow we'll just speak on them going to captivity. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I love that because that's basically, going to drive right into that. Yep. So yeah, the M.O.T.B is it, man. It's the charagma. Yep. Don't let like I say that blind leads the blind, they both shall fall in the ditch. But you gotta be spiritually discerned, man. You know what makes sense. You know what makes sense, you know what don't make sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So don't let the other Israelite camp trick you out of your crown, man. Them niggas lying, man. Niggas lying. It just made and pray that you have a Shah mercy on you. That he give you not over to that mindset too also. So with that, I hope you brothers and sisters edified. Once again, we give our honor and glory and power to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh. Want to say double honors to our elders and peace and blessing and hope elect. Next time, Shalom, Abba Ball, and Baraka Aki, man, DTA. DTA. I gotta look over here. You do this shit. And shalom to y'all brothers and sisters on the comment board. Shalom.